In many ways, I love Hello! Hi, party people. We're back.
Oh,
Hello there.
Hello there.
who's ready to get turtly?
It's turtle time. Turtle time.
Turtle time. Is that what it is?
Turtle
It's turtle
time.
time?
Yeah,
Oh.
turtle time.
It's turtle time?
Upper time. Upper time.
Turtle time.
Whoa, I didn't know it was turtle time. Hi, everybody. We're back. It's episode 6. I hope everybody had a good couple-week break. I did. It was a lot of fun.
I didn't.
But where we like, was it because you didn't have D&D?
Yeah.
Aw, sorry.
Aw.
Aw.
Well, you do now.
Yes,
Yeah,
so it's
we're
all
here
good now.
Last time where we left off, you all blew up a bomb-making facility. Basically creating a mushroom cloud. Who us? No. And finished your trek a little bit ahead of schedule, getting to the place where you are supposedly meeting your boat to Tal'Dorei. As you all arrive to this pristine, semi-abandoned, but it looks like it's been used campsite that I described last time. The evening is yours if there's anything you all would like to do.
Can Finnick go for a swim?
Absolutely.
Cool.
It's a little colder than you're used to up here, but
Oh yeah, because we're pretty north right now. That's right.
yeah.
So he's not going to stay in long, but maybe an hour.
Okay.
He'll just go sit on the bottom.
Okay.
Have we eaten today? Or do we need to mark off rations?
If you guys have not eaten today, you do indeed need to mark off rations.
Okay. I will mark one off.
I mean, there are some nets and such if you want to press your luck.
If people want to, go ahead. But...
Right?
I mean, what would it hurt? No, besides our pride.
Okay.
I don't think Luca will go fishing, but it'll go down to the edge of the water to watch. Stare out across the ocean, because hasn't really seen it much. And if anyone goes fishing, it will watch with fascination.
I think Cyrus will very easily, with his hands, just light a campfire. And he'll be sitting near the fire just with his alchemy supplies, and he's gonna just start experimenting and fiddling around with some new formulas and new liquids and stuff. Above game, I have experimental elixir now, so he's just gonna be like, ooh, let's see what I can make.
Cool. Yeah.
Cade will go out to the edge of the dock and cast a line, more so just to kill time than actually trying to fish. But if something bites, then so be it.
Throw one of the fish nets in. That's there.
Yeah. Throw a net. There's an actual like easy, like a simple pole and line
Yeah, there's like some crab box, like some crabbing boxes and some nets. There's not really a fishing line.
Okay.
Yeah, you can throw a net in. Make an athletics check.
How close
Athletics.
does it land to me?
Not
'Cause I'm
very.
out there on the bottom.
Not very.
Can I grab it?
You see it.
I'm gonna go for it.
That's a 15 for my athletics.
Okay. Make an athletics check then, Finnick.
That is a 18.
Okay.
Shit.
There is something heavy in your net. Like you got something.
Now I saw Fennec go into the water.
Yes, you have no idea where he is though.
How murky is the water?
If you were to give it one really good tug, like one more really good tug, the water's not murky enough that you would pull him up and see him holding on to the net.
Okay, let's see what happens here.
Are you sure?
Another-
I'm pretty heavy.
Another athletics.
Yeah.
Athletics.
Another athletics check, yeah.
19.
Okay.
You might be heavy, but this cleric
You gotta
does
remember,
have
you're
muscle.
also in water.
21.
Fuck.
Okay.
I have a +7, so
The net moves, it doesn't really move, but it's heavy enough now that you may have got it caught on something. Rather than it being a fish.
is there
I'm doing
anything around me that I can grab and just put in and then let go?
Yeah, there's some stuff on the bot, like shellfish and stuff on the bottom of the...
I'll grab a shellfish and I'll just stick it in and let go.
Okay. Yeah, you go
Like
flying,
I said,
you go like flying past
pride.
over tea kettle.
Like I said, pride is the only thing hurt here. Oh, fuck.
Luca will like go down and extend a pseudopod to help you up. Be like, I'm guessing fishing doesn't normally go like that.
Not even close.
What was that?
Well, it definitely wasn't this. This shit's way too light to have kept the net down like that.
Yeah, there are
Mm.
6 or 7 smaller fish. Are that long? Sardine sized. Fish, and then a couple of like rockier oyster clusters from the bottom. That may be what you've got caught on.
Might have been snagged on a rock, but felt like whatever was in it was pretty heavy.
Look like you're really throwing your weight into that.
Yeah,
Have you done a lot of net fishing?
not really. Mostly rod fishing, but don't think net fishing would be that difficult. Well, no use letting any of this go to waste. Could roast some of these over the campfire.
Sounds good.
Yeah. I'll take them over to the campfire, clean a few sticks, clean the fish, and start roasting them over the flame.
You'll see Cyrus over there just pouring chemicals together and muttering to himself.
Occasionally different little spurts of gas of different colors comes in. It doesn't match the
Yeah,
color of the
yeah.
bottom come off.
Yeah, occasionally there'll be like a little poof, and he'll just be like, "Oh."
Furious note scribbling.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I love it.
Like a child at Christmas. Amazement and wonder.
Is there any kelp or seaweed under the water?
There's a little bit, yeah. There's
Finnick's
clusters of it.
Finnick's gonna pick some.
Okay.
There's sand on the bank of the water. Is it like dirt?
Yeah, it's for like a real life reference, it would be like an Oregon beach. So it is sand, but there's also like a lot of shells and rock, like sea rock mixed in. But it is sandy.
Demi's just gonna use mold earth and kind of be off to herself and just like spelling stuff in the sand with it.
Can any of us see what she's spelling from where we are?
I don't think I'm too far off. We've been through a lot today, so when you read it, it says Persephone.
I think Cyrus will clock that, and I think he can probably guess who that is, and he'll leave you to be alone if that's what you want.
What's Cragthor doing?
Not shit. Sitting there spinning a dagger, just looking at y'all like, what the fuck?
Anybody want to fish? Cyrus,
I'm gonna
fish?
try. He's holding up
Oh.
the fish, right?
Yeah.
Are you?
Let's hold it up.
Yeah. Can I try throwing a dagger at the fish and like straight through it?
I'm gonna hold it out in front of me,
Not
seeing the gleam
straight
in your
through
fucking
it.
eyes.
Not straight through it, but
Yeah. Just he doesn't
get one
even
stuck in
see
there.
I'm doing it. That I just want to throw one and get it stuck in there.
yeah, go for
And
it.
I think Cyrus will start to say, "Yeah, I could eat." And before he's done saying the sentence, the dagger is already through it, and he's just like, never mind.
Make an attack roll.
He can have that one."
I'll try one if there's enough.
Sorry, going back to this. Yeah, that's a 25.
Oh yeah.
It's just that's mine now.
Like right
My
on,
fish.
like hits it.
All right, there you
you
go.
had it turned, and it was like right. You got it right on the spine.
All right, this one's yours. Here,
Thanks.
Cyrus, here you go.
Oh, thanks very much.
Welcome. Luca?
Luca reaches out a hand and takes the fish and just sort of absorbs it and pulls the arm back in.
For everybody
And
who
Kate,
is- for-
Kate, I appreciate you doing the dirty work there.
Yeah, certainly.
Little much for these old bones. I need to take a load off after being on that cart.
Not a problem. Besides, any rations we can end up saving for the actual journey will probably be better.
Smart thinking.
No telling how long we'll actually be on the water.
Hopefully not too long.
for those of
That's
you who-
supposed to be very far, right?
yeah.
It's like, what are the shortest crossings?
Depends on how the seas decide.
Theoretically.
Hey, can I ask an above game question?
Yes.
Would you be able to, like, if like in the shallower area of a body of water, would you be able to use entangle to fish?
As long as it's not 5 feet deep. More than
Okay.
5 feet deep.
I think the answer to that question is you can certainly try.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the actual answer.
See,
For those of you, by the way, who eat normally, look looking at Luca.
So maybe
there's-
half the party,
so
maybe.
like half the party. There's like 2 bites of fish on each fillet, but after
Yeah.
eating rations for a few days, warm food cooked over a
It's a lot more
fire,
satisfying.
it's a treat. I think Finnick would also probably come up by this point.
Yeah. With some kale or whatever he seems to find veggie on the in the water.
About 3 or 4 different types of edible seaweed that you know about that you can find here.
Yeah.
As
And
it's coming up, Kay's just knocking back an oyster.
It's amazing. I found all these carrots and broccoli just in the water. Can you believe it?
Is that lettuce?
I feel like there's a Skyrim joke in there somewhere.
I had this guy down.
Only if there's a mud
I had this
crab.
guy down to 1 HP, and then he ate 400 wheels of cheese and was fine.
In the span of like 2 seconds.
That doesn't sound like a problem to me.
No.
That sounds realistic.
Yeah.
Get me down to 1 HP and give me a whole bunch of cheese. I'll be A-okay too.
For certain definitions of A-okay.
Hell yeah.
Are you lactose intolerant? I wasn't.
Like, well,
Now
I am now.
I haven't necessarily healed, but I'm happy and fully prepared to lose that final HP whenever you want.
When I die, I'm gonna explode in fondue.
Ew.
Hey,
just-
fondue.
Hey, I'll be dead. That's your problem.
Exactly.
Hashtag Skyrim logic.
Hashtag it just works.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I think after like 10 minutes, Luca will just sort of reach out and like discreetly deposit like a completely clean fish skeleton like down next to the fire.
In my mind, the fish went in alive and was like still swimming around.
No, you cooked it first. Cade cooked it first this time.
I didn't say my mind was rational.
That'll be for the journey over.
Like Luca tries sushi,
Sashimi.
ingests a whole live fish.
Yeah.
Oh, sushi tickles.
Need to Luca it would, yeah.
Luca like points to the fish swimming around inside it and is like, "Ha, seafood."
Oh, fuck, that's good.
It hurts to laugh.
Sorry, I'm done now.
It's okay.
Can Luca take another one of the fish and sort of go out to check on Demi after a little bit and just say Cade caught us a little bit of dinner. It's not a lot, but it's warm and tastier than what we've been eating. If you want some here, if you want to join us.
I'll definitely join you, but I think I'll pass on the food for tonight.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Are you feeling all right, Demi?
Yeah, it's just kind of crazy, you know? Just like a few days ago, we were all in different places, and now we've all kind of come together so well. It's just a lot to take in.
I'm guessing it's about to be a lot more.
Probably. Well, shall we salt the fish and save it for later, or someone can eat it now?
Well, I mean, it wasn't much to begin with, so we might as well finish it off.
Have any of you ever been on a boat before?
Yes.
Just the once.
Ferries across rivers at most, but that barely counts.
What's it like?
No.
Last time I was on a ship, it was, when I came from Tal'Dorei over here, and that was peacetime. I have no idea what this is going to be like.
I grew up in the mountains. This is my first time seeing the ocean here.
Hmm.
Oh,
Well, here's hoping you get your sea legs quick.
Let's hope.
I'm sort of hoping my nature will make it easier to adjust. Luca kind of just wiggles a little bit.
How is your
It's-
equilibrium?
Hmm?
Do you have one?
Equilibrium.
Yeah,
I
something
mean,
to keep you balanced.
I have an up and a down, and left and a right now, which I didn't always have. If that's what you mean, it feels like there's sort of a correct arrangement of everything, and I can generally maintain it. Might be easier for me than you, since I can just sort of rearrange how I like, but I don't know. It's been strange to get used to, even after a few years, so we'll see what being on a moving boat does to that.
All I'm envisioning right now above game is the old Jello commercials. Wiggling, a
Basically.
jiggling, a wiggling.
I
Oh my
think
god, Chloe is so cute right now. I wish you guys could see her. She is like,
hearing everybody's seasickness concerns, Cyrus will just scribble a couple of extra notes.
I will issue one word of advice. If you do end up feeling seasick, move to the side of the ship the wind isn't blowing from. You don't
Oh,
want to
come
paint the
on.
hull.
Why would you have to give him that advice? It was going to be funny if you didn't tell him anything. Come on, man.
Because the smell that's left over from painted hull is very memorable. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I know, but it would be really funny to see. Come on, I know what
For
would
the first
happen. You know
hour.
what would happen. It would be funny to look at.
For the first hour, yes, but the smell on the third day is
Then we just throw them overboard and they get cleaned off. No problem.
no. The smell sticks to the ship.
I know that too, but they got to clean that up. That's their mess. They made it. They better clean it.
Well, hopefully we're all able to stave that off.
Well, if everything goes to plan, it's not going to take us very long to get there. But, when I say plans, I usually end up stabbing the person that comes up with the plans. So we'll see.
Well, night's falling. We're all sitting around this campfire, and I don't think any of us has a loot. So who wants to go first?
Well, I have a fiddle.
Oh, you wanna I thought we could have story time, but fiddle's good
Finnick,
too.
Finnick will take out his flute.
What's a story without music?
My thoughts exactly. I got a 16 for performance.
Yeah, did you add your proficiency to that too? Because you are proficient with the instrument.
Oh no, so what my proficiency is what, +3?
Yep.
19 then,
Cool. Finnick, what did you get?
right? Did I math?
15.
Okay. Yeah. Your two companions are pretty proficient in musical instruments.
I'm picturing the scene from Queen of the Damned.
I'm imagining like the fantasy equivalent of like one of you starts playing like madrigals and the other one starts playing like heavy metal, and then you eventually calibrate and you're like, okay, we both know Wonderwall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
Anyway,
Can you play that on a pan flute?
Yeah. It's a four.
you can
chord
play
song.
anything
You can
on a
play
pan
any-
flute if you
you
try
can-
hard enough.
You can play any 4-chord song on a pan flute.
True.
Yeah, it takes them about a minute to 2 minutes for their styles and timing to kind of match up and sync. But they get there.
Did you want to start with a story, Cyrus?
Oh, I don't. Someone else could go first. I think Verdian seems to have gone to sleep early, but 6 of us rock, paper, scissors.
Boulder Parchment Shears.
And I think we'll do something to randomize it in game, above game. I'll roll a d6.
Go for it.
So I'll just go by the order we are on Twitch.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3 across, 4, 5, 6 on the bottom.
Cool.
I rolled a 1. So much for not wanting to go first.
That's poetic.
Wait a minute. Did we just accidentally do our own? Oh, what's the name of that episode from Community?
Remedial chaos theory.
Yes, Remedial Chaos Theory.
Uh-huh.
Oh no.
Well, I suppose that's only fair. I've been holding out on you a little bit. You know some of my story. About how I haven't seen my daughter in over 30 years. Or almost 30 years. The day she was born was the happiest day of my life. Or at least that's what I thought. For the first few minutes. And then my wife, who I loved so much, I guess that the cleric said it was just too much for her. And she passed away. I brought my daughter home and said goodbye to my wife on the same day. And I poured all the love I had to give into raising that little girl. Until one day when she was 5, she got very, very sick. I still had some of my wife's old connections in Tal'Dorei. We went to every healer, every cleric, every medicine man, every medicine woman. Nobody could do anything. And I'm a man of science, okay? But even in that moment, I started praying. I reached out and asked anybody who would listen, every god, every archfey, every anybody. I begged for something, someone to help my daughter. And there was only one being in this whole big multiverse who replied. His name is Levistus, an archdevil, lord of one of the 9 hells. I don't remember which one. He told me he would save my daughter, that she would live. He only wanted one thing in return. And he takes a minute, kind of overcome with emotion. He holds up his journal that's full of tally marks. After that day, the day I signed my pact with him, I could not look at or visit or communicate with or see my daughter in any way at all ever again. If I did, I would have 1 year to live. So if I had stayed with her, I could save the life of a 5-year-old, but I'd be orphaning a 6-year-old. So I left. I had to. I sent a message to one of my wife's old friends who hopefully I hope was able to take her in. But I have no idea what happened to her or if she's even still alive. And it's been over 27 years. And with all this happening in Tal'Dorei with the dragons and whatnot, I think it's time. Finally. I had run away over here back then to try to avoid accidentally seeing her. But now I need to find her. I want to make sure she's okay. And then I'll have a year to get my affairs in order, I suppose. I've had a decent long life. I'm not afraid anymore. And I'm ready to go. But first I need to see her. And I need to apologize. So that's me. That's the reason for this. I've been keeping track of every day. When I first left Iman, it was just a sheet of paper in a folder. After I filled up the sheet, Levistus made a new sheet appear, and I just kept tracking the days. Now it's a book. So that's something you should probably know about me before we get into a pickle together with a bunch of dragons. I guess you'd probably call me a coward.
It doesn't sound like you're a coward at all.
Sounds like you did what you felt was right in the moment. Anyone who will call you a coward for that is a fool.
I left that girl without a father,
You are still alive.
with no explanation, because I was scared to die.
You were scared to leave her completely alone in this world.
I tell myself that. It's not wrong. I was also scared for me. I mean, I was barely 30. I wasn't ready to go yet. But 27 years and a crisis across the ocean has given me some clarity, I guess you'd say. When I think about all the time I wasted telling myself that my shop would finally be profitable next year and I'd have finally enough money to get home. Just wasted my whole life.
Things happen when they're meant to. At least that's what I tell myself.
I hope you're right. All right. Somebody tell a happier story.
Does Cyrus still have that flower that Demi gave him in his lapel?
Absolutely.
As you're saying, all right, who's telling their story next? I'm gonna Druidcraft, and it was wilted before, and I'm gonna kind of make it rebloom.
I think he probably won't notice initially until maybe a couple minutes from now. He'll look down and taken aback a little bit. Okay. Somebody else want to roll? Reroll ones because I already went.
Me do it, guy. I'll do it.
I'll roll it.
Okay. Gonna laugh if it rolls a 4.
That's a 3.
Finnick.
I don't really know any stories.
Well, what about your story?
My story.
Yeah. How did you end up in this entire situation?
Heard there was some stuff going down. Sounded like fun. I like going to different places, so I don't really care to sit in one place and linger.
Where else have you been? Tell us about your travels.
Been up and down the coast a bit, I think. And just not staying anywhere for too long.
You're definitely a hard shell to crack there, Finnick.
Well, I'd think so. Some have tried to crack my shell, but no one seems to be able to. I think I get that from my father.
Why don't you tell us about him?
Uh, he never really told us about what he did before coming back.
Do you ever wonder?
Well, he did give me this mall. And yeah. He said he was glad not to be doing what he was doing before, but he never really would tell us what it was. I don't know if he just forgot or just didn't want to relive it. But he pretty much just gave it to me and told me to hold on to it.
Cyrus, make a history check for me. I don't know if you're good at it or not. We'll find out.
+1.
Oh, okay, not bad.
Can I give myself guidance on this?
Sure.
That's a 15 total.
Okay.
Right.
Turtles, or at least the Menagerie Coast ones, which you assume Finnick is because he says he's been up and down the coast. Often when they go on their travels and get their sense to travel, join either merchant cruise or pirate cruise and sail with the Revelry or the Concord. It's a pretty common thing to see at least several on every single ship.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think it's fairly common for turtles who leave home and start traveling to join up with the crew of a ship.
Yeah, it's what my brother and sister did, but I didn't want to be on a ship for a while, so I wanted to be on the dirt, fighting, maybe hitting people. That's a lot of fun. I like to hit things.
Oh, I can tell. You're good at it too.
Oh, thank you.
Very good.
Who's next?
I'll roll a d6 this time. 6.
Luca.
That's Luca.
Oh, I don't really have a lot to say. I certainly know tales about my family. I don't know. Well, certainly I have one in the most biological sense, but I don't know any of them particularly and didn't really know much of anything for however long before I awoke, you might say. Found a spirit of some manner in a cave where I lived and got some sort of spark from that. Wasn't really aware of myself prior. Now I am. Sort of a very peculiar magical accident. So, was somewhere in the Ashkeeper Peaks and gradually made my way to Rexentrum, where I was told more people might, more arcane inclinations, might be able to help me find out more about myself, but I don't know, whatever spark I've got in me now thinks I might be able to do more finding out of myself from traveling too, rather than simply being visiting research at the academy. And
I'm
so,
surprised they let you go. That that academy doesn't exactly have a reputation for just letting its experiments walk out the door, if you catch my drift.
well, I'm not exactly one of their experiments particularly. Sentient enough that I suppose they would allow me my freedom. I hope to provide more information to them about the dragons if I can, in return for the hospitality they've offered me, just because the spark that was woken in me came from some sort of dragon, the remains of a dragon, lingering spirit in a graveyard of dragons. And so maybe just throwing me near them to satisfy my own wanderlust would have the happy side effect of turning out more information about dragons from my side or from our enemies.
A graveyard of dragons in the Ashkeeper Peaks, you say?
Yes, I am not confident I could find my way back, but
Still, sounds fascinating.
I imagine it
Uh,
was.
It might be worth checking out when all this dragon business is over with.
It might be interesting to return.
In Zemnian, I'll say to Luca, did you learn any of the language?
Luca will reply yes in Zemnian.
Interesting. And Demi, I'll just give you a smile.
Well, if you'd like company after all is said and done and decide to go back, let me know. I'd be curious to see it myself.
Oh, certainly something of a sacred site to someone, I think, but I don't know, it's strange. As I said, I've only been aware of myself for a few years, but I find that spark of the dragon left knowledge in me that is far older, far more widely reaching than what I've experienced myself. And I would like to fill it in on my own. But I hope you'll forgive me for the things I haven't learned thus far.
Only if you'll forgive me for the things I have.
All right. We're all in this together. I shall do my best.
You know, there's an old saying, you're under no obligation to be the person that you are today, tomorrow. We're all growing and changing and evolving. each passing day.
You're not wrong, and I hope that I can grow and evolve a little faster on this trip than I was in the halls at the academy.
Academies are good places for learning, but not necessarily good places for growth.
Hmm.
So I have to ask Luca, and I'll say this in common. Did you meet that Trent Ickathon fellow?
We crossed paths on a few occasions.
What was he like?
I couldn't say. Don't really know him well enough to say.
What's your story, Craig Thor?
What's my story? My knives tell my story. My swords do. Wait. Got caught stealing some shit and killing some people and robbing things. And now I'm here, and I'm really good with these. But I kind of got forced to come here. I don't really have a choice.
Forced by
Who were
who?
people who taught me how to use these things? I have an order that I follow. I have to. It was either that or death, and I really like my head attached to me.
It's a powerful incentive.
Well, I mean, I get to do the things I like. I get to stab things and kill things and steal and do all the things, and they're okay with it as long as it's the things they want.
I'm trying to imagine somebody telling you what to do, and I can't get a visual.
Oh, I mean, if you can figure out what my swords have been inside, you probably can figure out what they look like. I don't do taking orders except when you threaten to kill me. I don't know.
Noted.
The swords tell stories, though.
Cyrus will just start writing notes. Interesting.
Also, it's not a jump for someone like Cyrus who's been on Wildmount to know that the order he is probably referring to is one of the many cleric orders that exists outside of both the dynasty and the empire.
So this order you're part of, what's their deal?
Really, like you probably don't already know.
Well,
That's
there are a bunch of orders out there.
Well, he may know, but I do not. Can you enlighten me, please?
I mean, it's kind of long.
That's okay. We've got
I
time.
mean, we killed a whole bunch of people, well, fiends and devils and things, and
Hey, you'll get no argument from me there.
And then we kind of had to go into hiding. And you know, we have these. So, see, I really don't like telling all these stories because it gives away. But I'll tell you, those things you were mixing, I'm really okay with those. I kind of want to drink them and see if they give me some power.
Oh well, I'll have plenty ready to field test in the morning.
Well, are they mutagenic though? Because I kind of need the help with things they do.
Oh no, no mutation, just a little bit of a temporary burst of awesomeness.
That's okay. But yeah, so basically, they're the orders came, and I only know bits and pieces. In Wild Mount during the Marrow War, and you know, this guy made a pact with the devil of the Nine Hells. Okay. And then we kind of protected the valley and killed a bunch of them, and then we were no longer welcome, so we had to go into hiding. And now we just kill shit. Yeah, and it's a lot of undead that we kill too. It's mainly not supposed to be people, but I do it anyway.
How's that for appreciation?
I was mostly just asking out of self-preservation. We've all seen how deadly you are.
Well, why would I kill you? You're helping me kill stuff.
Well,
See, I wouldn't do that. You're helping me murder things, so it's okay.
and that's why I wanted to make sure we were all on the same page about who you serve. Because seems like something we ought to know, given how deadly you are.
That's actually valid. It's actually valid for once. That's very valid. I'm okay with that answer. Look, you're gonna know if I'm gonna kill you though, and I'll forewarn you because you guys are okay people.
Well, I'm glad to have a warning. Well, Cade, Demi, who's first?
I guess I'll go next. Just forewarning, it's not particularly happy. Like Cyrus, I'm from Tal'Dorei, a little village just east of Amon on the Silvercut roadway. In my youth, I was found by a follower of Bahamut, and they essentially taught me a thing or two concerning, well, he flashes his hand and a bit of that divine energy. So I should just pulsate this through Bahamut, and it was interesting. Kept my curiosity in check. Kept me from doing probably about 100 stupid things that others from the village probably would have done in my youth. Fortunately, it wasn't enough. When the battle for Amon took place a few years ago, I and two of my friends were in the outskirts, just outside of the farmlands that surrounded it. Well, they used to be farmlands. I don't think anything can grow there anymore. We watched the battle rage from a distance. Heard explosions, saw flashes of light, heard those terrible dragon roars. And then all of a sudden the fighting stopped. And the dragons took flight. Let out this terrible roar, and it chilled us to the bone. There was no mistaking it. They won. So the three of us turned tail and ran. We thought that we would be able to do something to help, even a little. Not in the actual fighting, but maybe helping people trying to escape the bloodshed. And we didn't realize how unprepared we were. I watched my two best friends, William and Russell, get cut down in front of me, and all I could do was run. And so I did. I would have done. It wouldn't have helped any if I stayed and died with them. Figured if I could get out, escape, I might be able to do something in the future, but in that moment, wouldn't have saved them if I died. Hauled ass all the way across Tal'Dorei. Jumped on a ship first chance I got. And just worked odd jobs all up and down the coast. From Port Tamale all the way down to Port Zune. And now I'm going back. So hopefully make a difference.
Cyrus will pull out the alchemy jug and fill everybody's canteen with wine. And just raise up his canteen and just say, William and Russell.
William and Russell.
Finnick will take a sniff, take a sip, and immediately spit it out.
It's an acquired taste.
Why
What
not
is
your thing?
this?
It's basically really, really old grape juice.
Oh,
With a few other things mixed in.
we usually just throw that out.
Ah, that's the good stuff.
Hmm.
What do you normally drink,
Finnick,
Finnick?
Finnick, you might not like the taste,
Water?
but drink a little bit, keep it down, and then just wait. And in like 20, 30 minutes, see how it makes you feel.
I think my dad was drinking something like this before. He told me I couldn't have it.
If he was a sailor, there's a good bet. And if you were a kid, no, you couldn't have it.
Well, if he was a sailor, chances are he was drinking this, and Cade reaches into the chest and pulls out the bottle of rum. He was probably drinking this, or something similar. Puts it back, shuts the chest.
That's level 2.
Holding out on the good
One,
stuff,
two,
huh?
3, 4, 5, 6. We've got a lot of levels in here.
Yeah.
Tequila 2, tequila 3, tequila floor.
No, the tequila more.
Luca will also.
That was only 2 years ago.
How quickly do turtles age? Like
Normally?
what's like coming of age for y'all? Like when are you considered an adult turtle?
Well, we all kind of end up going off at like 14.
Okay. How old are you now?
15.
Sounds good to me.
Fennec, let's put it this way. You're coming with a bunch of random strangers, essentially, to go fight a bunch of dragons on a continent you've never visited before.
True. It sounds like fun.
Probably a good idea to get some additional experiences along the way.
Oh, that's what I'm hoping for.
This is one of them.
Oh. He'll take another sip, try to hold it down. But you can see it in his face. He's like, oh.
Luca will also, join the toast to Cade's fallen friends. And while it is like drinking little bubbles of wine into itself, while you all are talking to Finnick about how old he is, Luca is just like, I have no idea how my reckoning of age works, but I've also never seen anyone else tell someone who looked like me that they were too young to drink. So,
Well,
not sure how any of this works, but I'll just have some.
Kate, I don't.
Demi, save the best for last.
Or the worst. Kate, I don't know you very well, or any of you for that matter, but you take me as someone who will make a difference.
I'll certainly give it my best shot.
Luca says, "Here, here," and raises its canteen again for another toast.
Is it already starting to take effect?
No, I mean that sincerely.
Well, thank you.
Did you hear anything of I guess the heroes who were over there at the time?
Vox Machina.
Vox Machina or whatever they were called, and I think some others.
From what I understood, there were no survivors. If there were, they're keeping themselves well hidden. But considering the amount of firepower and just power that they were up against, if they fell, I can't imagine anyone would have survived.
That's disheartening.
Yeah, well, who knows? Maybe one of them did.
Well, there's the whole resistance that we're joining up with, right? So won't be just us and the dragons. We'll be
True.
helping plenty of others.
I hope so.
Well, if it's my turn, I'd rather tell it to you as a story. And I'm going to start to play my fiddle again. Um, there once was a pauper from the Seashell Mountains who wanted to be a princess. She had bigger aspirations in life than what she was given. A very handsome traveler came to her fishing village one day and swept her off her feet. Um, he promised her the world, but he left her with nothing, alone in the woods. And she didn't know where she was, so she wandered until she ended up in a wonderland. And She may have been lonely, but it turns out she wasn't alone. For the man left her with child. Above game, I'm frozen in a really weird spot too. Um, um, some time went by. Time is kind of a weird soup where she was. By her recollection, it was about 5 years, and the child became very sick. Now, she had friends, satyrs, and magical beasts of all kinds, but none of them could help her, for she was only a human. But there was one person that they told her could help her, or at least try. But this person was feared, and no one ventured to that part of this world. Desperate to save her daughter, she went to this person and she begged them. She begged with everything that she had to gain the power to save her child. But it seems all deals come with a price. And though now she knows how to heal her child, any sickness for that matter, her child was taken as payment. And she'll stop playing the fiddle. Told you I saved the worst for last.
I'm so sorry.
Me too.
I don't I don't blame you one bit, though. We all do what we have to protect our kids, right?
Yeah.
Do you know if there's anything you can do to get her back? A curse to break or a spell to undo?
An ass to kick.
I don't know where I was. I don't even
Do you
know how I
rem-
got here.
do you remember the name of this feared person?
My satyr friend called her the Morrigan, but that means nothing to me.
GM, would that be enough information to like above game? I know it's the Feywild.
Yeah,
Would that be enough information in game
I think so, to know that it
for
would be
our
Feywild
characters?
adjacent. Yeah. Because it's not like it's our world where
Yeah.
that stuff is fairy tale. It is a fantasy world where that stuff is very much a part of reality that people are aware of it. Yeah.
What you're describing sounds a bit like some things I've read about the Feywild. I have no idea how to get there, but maybe that's something we could look into.
Do you think we'll find answers in a month?
If not along the way.
Truth be told, I don't know what we'll find in Amon. It's been a couple of decades since I was last there. But there were and hopefully still are some powerful people there. Powerful people who wrote a lot and took a lot of notes. Anything we need to find out about magic is probably buried under that city somewhere, if I had to guess.
And there are other places throughout the continent that we can check in with as well.
Oh, absolutely.
Where do we look for your daughter?
Iman is where I left her. If she's still alive, I don't imagine she's still there. But that would be a place to start.
Could have ended up north to Craghammer, south to Singorn.
She could be cutting the head off one of these dragons right now, I suppose.
Well, if she's anything like her father, that's probably extremely likely.
Cyrus
that
just
be a sight?
blushes. You're not really sure if he's just blushing, or if it's the wine, but he's a shade.
It's a color.
It's Aiko.
Well, how about we get some sleep?
Good idea.
Yeah, good idea.
Well, I thank you all for sharing your stories with me.
Yeah, you too.
Haven't felt particularly close to other people before, but I appreciate it. And whatever the spirit that awoke me left me with all sorts of scrambled arcane knowledge that I don't even know what I know from it, but if I can figure out anything that might assist you, I'll let you know.
All right. I think we're all looking for some answers. I think this whole world is looking for an answer. The Dragon's just gonna take over, leave the world in darkness, conquer everything, or are the rest of us gonna stand up and take this place back? Whether our world survives is really an open question right now. But I think the seven of us, maybe we're the answer. Maybe it's us. You know, maybe we're the ones we've been looking for. The answer. I like that.
Well, I suppose with those expectations weighing upon my mind, Luca drains the rest of the wine from their canteen. I'll see you in the morning. And it sort of loses its humanoid shape, kind of turns back into a cube shape, neatly rearranges its blanket, like the cloak that it wears, sort of rearranges it and folds it somehow slimily underneath it, and just kind of lava lamps the little wine vacuoles around.
In your mind, Luca, as you're falling asleep, you'll hear Demi's voice, and I'm just gonna say, I really like that snowball trick you do. I hadn't seen snow for a while.
That's only one-way communication, right?
Yeah.
The cube sort of grows slightly, like it's taking a deep breath, and little swirls of snow sparkle briefly inside it.
Oh,
As you all are bunkering down for the evening, going to sleep and dozing off, have everyone make a perception check.
30-20.
30, 20.
10.
Nat 20
Nice.
or 21.
Nice. So Demi and
15.
Demi and Crag so far.
12.
Okay.
Can I use my passive?
What is your passive?
My passive is 13.
Okay, yeah, you could use your passive for this.
Yeah, I
It
use
would
my
have been a
passive as well
4.
then.
Okay. You
Passive 13 then for Cade.
all hear thousands of feet above you, like a rumbling sound.
Hmm.
It's almost like a trail of clouds across the sky. Demi and Crag, you see something moving in those clouds extremely fast.
Oh, looks like the storm's coming.
I don't think that's any storm. Luca, you need to get back up.
Oh,
They're thousands of feet. They're out of sight by the time Luke is up.
Oh, okay. Above him, I was worried.
Demi, what did you see?
More like what I heard.
Well, I heard rumbling. Did you see what it was?
Something was moving in the clouds. Large.
Which way
should
was
make
it
a roll.
headed?
A point.
Towards Tal'Dorei.
Could you make out what it was?
Neither of us could, right, DM?
Not specifically. It's something with you could make out wings, but beyond that, no. Also moving way faster than anything should.
Well, I have a feeling we're all thinking it, but I'm not going to say it because I don't want to jinx us.
Well, whatever it was, I suppose it's in Tal'Dorei now. And I guess that'll be just one more thing that's super dangerous waiting for us in Tal'Dorei.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose we should set a watch and just hope that's the only one.
I'll take first watch.
Wake me when it's my turn.
Will do.
As a gag, Cyrus opens his trench coat and you see like 6 or 7 pocket watches.
Watches.
You
What
need
are
a
you
watch?
I'm thinking it's Resident Evil. What are you buying?
What are you
What are
buying?
you selling?
I love the merchant. All right. Who is taking the fourth and final watch?
The turtle will.
Turtle will take last watch. About 20 minutes into your watch in the morning as the dawn is starting to break and the first sun is coming up over the mountains, you see a couple miles out sails heading right for your location, and they get bigger and bigger, and then probably about 30 minutes before everybody wakes up, they set down anchor, probably about a 2-minute shallow boat ride from where you guys are, and kind of are staying there for the time being, as everybody on that ship is probably not awoken yet either. And we'll pick up there when we come back from break. Yay!
Break time.
Yay.
Wrong
I hope
button.
everybody had a good break. I did. As you all wake up in the morning, there is now a ship in this little cove. Probably a 2-minute handboat ride away. It appears like it is going to be a fairly hot day, as it's already starting to warm up with heavy, strong winds coming from the south, and it bringing clouds with it as you all start your day.
I'll start packing up all my supplies, and I'm going to roll for my experimental elixir.
Oh, yeah.
Got a 3. That is an elixir of resilience. So somebody can drink that and get +1 to their AC for 10 minutes.
I assume Cragthor is shooting up in the morning. Okay.
Yeah. You just see him
Morning,
go ahead and do his thing.
morning beer, morning bacon, morning drugs,
As you do.
as you do.
I'm also
Do the miracle of science.
um
Lots of dough.
so seasickness.
Yes.
Now, how does that work mechanically? And would I know? Like, what are we talking about? Is it saving throws, or
It is
is
a
it
very, very low constitution saving throw. Unless
Okay.
the weather gets really bad.
okay? So I'm debating something that can help people with seasickness if they're worried about it. I can do elixirs of boldness, which would give you an extra D4 to all of your attack rolls and saving throws, but only for a minute. Or I could do elixirs of flight, which would give you a 10-foot flying speed for 10 minutes. So, like, you could fly and not feel seasick.
I mean, that just sounds more fun. And I want to
That's
see
kind of
Luca
what I was
fly.
leaning toward. So I'm gonna make 2 elixirs of flight.
Okay.
And do I have time to do a short rest
You would have time to do
immediately
a
after
short
that?
rest in the morning, yeah.
Okay. Then I will just get those 2 warlock spell slots right back.
Oh, yeah. It's all coming together.
While he's
The
doing
build.
that, Kate's gonna
The
fish.
build is
breakfast.
building.
Right?
Build is working. Yeah, Kate's gonna try net fishing again for breakfast.
Okay. Make an athletics check.
Ooh, 22.
Finnick's just going to be standing beside him, giggling ever so
Oh.
slightly.
Whole bunch of shells and empty shells and things. Not a lot of luck this morning. The storm has forced them out of the shallows.
Damn. I guess it's rations for now at least. Fennec, I
Any
know
pretty
why you're
shells?
giggling. I'm not stupid.
Well,
Yeah, a
could
few
be
of them look
food on the
pretty.
there could be food on the ship. We don't know yet.
True.
Oh, can I keep some pretty shells?
Yeah, take your pick.
Thank you. My first time to the seashore.
We did enough favors for Tarion. I hope there's food on the boat. But you never know.
I forgot I was on mute. We can always try these. It's my first time trying to make them, but they might be tasty. And I'm gonna hold out some good berries. But that's just and hand them out.
Oh.
And above game, you don't have to eat them now, but you know.
Finnick definitely would grab one and eat it now.
Yeah, I think just out of curiosity, Cyrus would try it. It's like, oh wow, I feel kind of full.
Really, just from the one berry.
Yeah, try it.
One small bite is enough to fill the stomach of a full-grown man.
Hmm.
How'd I do?
Pinnock will just have his hand out.
Bahamut's breath that worked. Huh.
That's dead useful, Demi.
Very.
As
Very
we all
useful.
evolve, so does our magic.
He's rolling a lot over there. I'm
I
concerned.
Agreed.
I keep seeing him roll and then scribble something down and roll and like,
I'm just taking notes.
fuck.
Just taking
I'm
notes.
just taking notes.
Uh-huh.
Well, he's got to roll for everyone that's on the ship too, right?
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, clearly. That's definitely what it is.
Uh-huh.
Nope, 1000% what it is.
Yeah. Why do I have the same foreboding sense as when we were in the Monster Hunter campaign and we were in the mountains and we looked up and saw a shadow?
Curious.
I had that same
Ever
fucking
so
feeling.
curious.
Yeah.
B-52.
Yes.
As you all are finishing breakfast, a sort of ragtag crew brings 2 of the lifeboats over and rows them to shore.
More ragtag than us?
Yeah,
Damn.
they look pretty.
Wow.
They look pretty run down.
Yeah.
Hi there.
Cade notices this and it's like, the seas weren't kind to you on the way here, were they?
Nothing's been kind to us the last 2 years. I assume it's the same for most.
A little quieter
Right.
over here, but not for long, I assume.
Yeah, we assume the same. We're making money and doing things like this when we can, but we brought 2 boats. We weren't sure how many people. We should have plenty of room for everyone.
I think we're 7.
Okay. Any belongings, chests, crates, that sort of thing?
Cade's got his chest just on his shoulder. Got mine.
Okay.
Pinnock will just tap his shell.
He wears his.
One of the turtles in the group will tap it exactly in the same way back.
Cyrus will like pat the side of his trench coat and you'll just hear a clang of like all kinds of different metal tools and stuff that he's keeping in all the various pockets.
A couple of the crew will look very concerned and very confused. All right. If you've got everything you need, we'll get on and get you on the ship then.
Sweet.
Lead the way.
Of course. And we'll try and get them like attached to the dock, so that it's easier for everyone to step on.
Before we get on the boat, Cyrus will just make one more elixir of flight and an elixir of boldness.
Okay.
And as soon as we get settled on the boat, he's gonna start short resting again.
That's gonna turn to a freaking walking pharmacy at this point.
Warlock's gonna warlock.
Oh, just wait till next level when I get my familiar. It'll be a flying pharmacy.
Drone delivery.
Yep.
Invisible drone delivery
Oh, I love it.
in combat.
Yeah.
It's the whole build.
It's disgusting. I
Oh,
love it. I love
That's gonna be
everything about it.
amazing.
Am I familiar as somebody sent by my archdevil patron? So I'm not going to get along with him. So I'm going to make Rai play him.
He's gonna be a little asshole.
He's going to be a little dick.
Oh, we've already talked about this in
Yeah.
depth.
Oh, I'm afraid for this and just excited for it all at the same time.
Also, thank you for reminding me. I had to refill my prescriptions.
That's what I'm here for.
Too bad I can't get them delivered to me. Or I could, but I think it costs some more than the prescriptions cost.
What's that service? Uber Drugs?
Uber drugs. No, I think that's what Cragthor does.
Uber drugs.
You all
Now I'm thinking of it as a Team Fortress 2.
you all take the
Uber heavy.
lifeboats over to the main boat. As you guys are being wenched up, they're already pulling up anchor.
When we're being what now?
Wenched up.
Yes, I'm kidding.
I said it again for
Think-
dramatic effect.
I think while we're
Winched.
Winched
There
up
it
with
is.
an eye? There you go.
Thank you. Jesus.
Wenched up is something else.
Wedged up is like the saloon version of boot up.
Right?
It's like my
Like,
coworker.
all right, let's go into that tavern and get wenched up.
Fuck yeah.
Wenched up is Scanlan's favorite pastime.
Well, it was.
It was, yeah.
All
right, rip.
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 Going out.
It's like my coworker
Pour
who
one out.
says under the covers when he means under the hood. So we'll be talking
That's
he'll be talking to the
ridiculous.
client. He'll be talking to the client and he's like this older he's got kids my age and he'll
Oh,
just
no.
completely unironically be like, yeah, I have this
Let's-
diagram here to show you what things are going on in the software under the covers.
Oh no.
Oh, God.
And the first time he did it, I was like, okay,
Huh?
Freudian slip. Happens to the best of us. But now he's done it 4 or 5 times. And I'm like,
He just,
I'm not going to be
yeah.
able to not lose my shit in a meeting forever.
You do it
Anyway.
99
It's never a
times, the
mechanic.
100th time you're going to fuck up.
Yeah.
The Freudian slip. The Freudian slip is when you say one thing and mean your mother.
Yes, exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I think as
Love
we're
that.
getting boated across, Luca will sort of shape water and kind of play with the ocean waves a little bit.
Yeah.
Just because it's never been on the ocean before.
Okay. Cool. Excuse me. You all get winched up onto the deck of this boat.
I wouldn't
Make
have laughed so
myself
hard
laugh
if it
every time I say
wasn't
that.
for
Whenever you
reaction.
say either one of those words for the rest of time, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Yeah, right? I'm never going to be able to use those words again.
It's your
It's the
shiver and
fact that-
cleave.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
There it is. It's the fact that Luke over here nearly had a spit take on camera. That's what about got me.
You all are
There was a-
aboard.
For context, because I don't think everybody here watches Critical Role. There was a time on the show where the DM Matt Mercer was trying to say quiver and shift, and it came out shiver and queef, and they've never let him forget it.
So good.
Winched up. Anyway,
Anyway, you guys are now on the deck of the ship.
have they given us any instructions?
No,
Where to
they
go
just
or
kind
what
of
to do?
immediately are just in anchor up on the way
Just turn around, haul ass.
mode, yeah.
What's the crew made up of?
It's a fairly well mixed crew. A few turtles, some humans, half elves.
Do we see any
half-orcs.
drow?
No. I know exactly what you're looking for too. No.
Finnick is greeting the other turtles.
I think Cyrus will look around for just like if there's just like a stool that he can just sit and rest on,
There are a few.
relax his old man legs for a little while, and he'll start short resting again so he can make more elixirs later.
All right.
Luca will try to find a place where it won't be in the way while it kind of watches over the edge, just and not really introduce itself to the crew unless approached first.
Yeah, you
Be
guys get the idea with
kinda
the
shy.
clouds. You guys get the idea with the wind coming in and being as strong as it is and the clouds getting closer that they are trying to get out onto the open water before this hits.
Mm-hmm. Flashbacks to getting stuck at O'Hare.
A little bit, sorry.
Mm.
After probably about 25, 30 minutes of you guys trying not to get in the way and getting in the way, an older human man, probably mid 40s, will come over and just be like, so you all are the crew I'm taking over to Tal'Dorei.
Yeah, that's us.
Glad to help out the resistance in any way we can.
Glad to be resisting.
Yeah, you guys are first and last line right now.
There's been no one else going over before us.
There's been a few groups they've sent out. Some of the dynasties sent their own ships. We've been
Interesting.
transporting just a few crew here and there over. We were doing a Damali earlier, but that has become too risky as of late, or so we've been told.
Yeah, that's what we
Yes.
heard too.
Yeah.
And have we been told in game who or
No.
where to meet up?
No. You just know that
Alright, so I
somebody
think
will meet you.
we know that somebody will meet us.
Yeah.
Okay. So who's running the show over there? Where we've been told when we get there somebody will meet us, but could you give us a better lay of the land?
Honestly, we don't go too much inland or deal too much directly. A lot of times we just take boats over and leave stuff on the shore and they'll pick it up.
If you had to take a guess, where would we end up heading once we make landfall?
We've heard there are some refuges in the Parchwood, which is where we're taking you guys, and probably where whoever you're meeting is going to take you. Whitestone has been decimated. Some of the smaller villages and towns have survived by going underground. That would be my guess.
Good to know. It's a valuable service you all provide for anybody over here who's foolish enough to head over there, I suppose.
We get paid well enough for what we're doing. Otherwise, we wouldn't be doing it, to be honest.
Well, that makes one of us.
Yeah, I heard
Yeah,
the people on the ground ain't getting treated as good as us, but
We're the foolish and crazy ones.
What's that old saying? Supply lines win wars.
Well, I imagine if we were in it for the money, we'd have all chosen a different line of work.
I definitely would have chosen a different line of work.
So, Captain, is there anything that you need us to assist with while we're on this voyage?
Honestly, it's gonna be we'll get there by lunch tomorrow. So not really. I can show you guys to your temporary living quarters for the evening. And you're free to roam around, just don't step on any toes. And if something comes up and tries to get us, do what you're good at.
We'll do our best. After he leaves, Cade, Demi, and who else was concerned about seasickness?
Okay. I wasn't concerned about seasickness. I was
Oh.
simply concerned for those who haven't been on a ship before.
All right.
So who was that? I've got 3.
I haven't been on a ship before, but I think it will be fun.
Well, my first time in the ocean.
Might
Imagine
as well.
Finnick just pops into a shell and just drifts around on the floor as the ship
Oh,
lurches.
I'm gonna give one of these to Luca just because I'm curious. I guess maybe I'll take one. It's been a while. Demi, do you want the other one?
Sure, thank you.
One what? What is this?
So I'll hand each of you an elixir of flight, and it'll explain in character. This will give you a fly speed of 10 feet for 10 minutes. So if you're ever feeling a little bit queasy, maybe just pop it, kind of float above the ship for a while, take a break from the motion of the waves, get some fresh air.
Oh, all right. Well, thank you. I think so far so good though. Luca's just kind of like, you know, those videos of like the camera on the chicken's head where the guy is like shaking the chicken around and the chicken's head is staying in the same place. I think like Luca's doing a little bit of that right now. Like the boat is moving underneath it, and it's just kind of like its head is in more or less the
Yeah.
same spot while the rest of it kind of wiggles to compensate. Although also
I-
the ocean isn't very choppy right
Yeah.
now.
I feel like Cyrus is probably just taking more notes. Like, fascinating. It seems to be gyroscopic.
What did you call me? No. But I think if we're not given any particular tasks, Luca will eventually, I think, get kind of bored and drink it anyway.
Sure.
And just kind of hover. Or does it give you a hover speed? I don't know.
No, just fly speed of 10 feet for 10
Okay.
minutes. No hover.
Alas.
So you can just kind of Peter Pan around the ship a little bit
Yeah.
if you want to. Very slowly.
The crew is very distracted by it.
What, first time you've seen a floating ooze?
Several of them will look back to you like they want you to repeat what you just said.
Voicemail so I can record this message and play it back for you.
As Luca does that, the rain starts to fall.
Oh.
So there was a storm coming.
Finnick's just dancing in the rain.
Fred Astaire's asshole.
Kay's just gonna be towards the bow of the ship, just leaning on the railing, watching ahead. After making sure the chest full of fine spirits is well secured down below deck.
Okay.
Safely away from the sailors.
Yes. You know they can sniff that shit out. They can tell when there's booze.
Yeah, I think once it starts raining, Luca will come back down to the deck. Maybe join Cade looking over the edge.
And Cragthor,
Yes. What do you want?
no, I think you'd probably be the best person to have this, and he'll hand you an elixir of resilience, which when you drink it gives you +1 to your AC for 10 minutes. Just in case.
It's only if something gets close enough to stab without me killing it first. I
Better safe than
appreciate it.
sorry.
Does Cyrus walk away from Cragthor after that?
No, I imagine we're both going about our separate things. I don't think we would stick together necessarily.
Demi will try to get a moment alone with you.
Oh, hey, what's up?
So, I take it you've been in the merchant game for a while.
Yeah, a little longer than I care to admit.
By any chance, do you know any traveling salesmen?
Oh, I've known a bunch, but you should have asked me an hour ago when we were on Wildmount. I don't know anybody over here where we're going.
Oh, okay. So you weren't a merchant in Oman.
Well, yes and no. When I married my wife, I was studying at the big alchemy college in Iman. Um, her family was very well to do, and they were able to get me in. But then once my daughter was born and my wife died, I had to leave school, and I started doing the apothecary merchant thing then to try to make a little bit of money.
Sure.
But and once I left, I came over here to Wildmount and started a shop in Port Damali, and kind of been doing that ever since. So I was a merchant in Iman for a brief period, and it was decades ago. I'm I'm sure I don't know a lot of people anymore, and what people I do know are, well, they might be dead. I guess we'll see.
I guess we will.
How come you have some business with a traveling merchant someplace?
You could say that. Um, my daughter's father was a merchant, and
Uh-huh.
he sold elixirs, very strange ones. And since that's your line of work, I figured maybe you had come across him.
Interesting. Well, maybe you can describe him to me and see if it sounds familiar.
Mm, tall, dark hair, dark eyes. He had a very fancy cart, uh, brightly colored with gold writing and a vermilion door.
Does this sound like anybody I ever encountered in Port Damali?
No.
Oh, sorry, not ringing any bells.
Like you said, maybe they're dead anyway, and that would be for the best.
Well, you never know.
Well, thanks for lending me your ear.
Oh, of course, anytime. Are you doing okay?
Yeah, I haven't needed this potion yet, so the swaying is kind of relaxing.
You know, I might need it soon. We'll see.
I've always wanted to fly.
Me too. I actually wasn't even sure if they would work, but it looks like it worked on Luca.
Yeah, that was a pretty fantastic sight.
Right?
Luca's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I'm glad I got to meet it.
Me too.
Damn, as the ship's progressing further along, how do the clouds look up ahead? Does it look like that the storm might be getting heavier as
It
go
looks
further out
like
to sea?
this is as heavy as it's gonna get, but there is no break in sight.
Is the boat rocking fairly well?
Yeah.
Should we come a knocking?
Finnick is going to retract in his shell
Okay.
and have some fun.
Okay.
Oh fuck! The moment
Are you on deck when you
that
do
Cage
this?
sees this,
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The
moment
crew
that Kate
immediately
sees
starts
this-
betting people to jump over Finnick.
Yes.
Like instant betting game.
Cade's making sure that he is up those stairs, basically, so
Okay.
he doesn't end up potentially getting hit by this literally turtle shell.
Mario
Swimming
Kart
around the
shell down
deck.
here.
Yep. Literally
I think-
green shell bouncing back and forth.
I think Cyrus is probably on the main deck, up on one of those crates
Okay.
near the railing, and he's just waiting with a mage hand, ready to kind of smack Finnick back onto the deck, just in case it looks like he's gonna fly overboard.
Okay.
Is a mage hand gonna stop him?
We're gonna find out. That's all I got.
Always give him a little nudge in the right direction.
Yeah,
Alright, where are Luca, Demi,
alter
and
the
Gregor?
momentum.
I think Luca, I don't know, is it cool if Luca's still hanging out with Cade? Just sort
Yeah.
of staring over the
Absolutely.
edge and also staring warily at Finnick.
Cage's just humming an old sea shanty he heard years ago under his breath as he's watching this bumper shell game going on.
Below me, blood flows for.
Are we all ready to hit
I'm
the
just sitting there
floor?
watching in shock. I've jumped
He's
up
sitting
onto
up-
one of the crates
like the one of the barrels.
what the hell is going on?
All right, where's
As
Demi
I watch
during
the
this?
shell bouncing around.
Is there a way I can make my way to the crow's nest?
There's somebody in there who would have a problem with that. But yeah, you can hang out up there.
Well, not if it's going to be a problem. I'm not trying to rock the boat.
Don't rock the boat.
Don't rock the boat, baby.
I see what you did there.
Instant reaction. That was subconscious. Like,
All
I
I
could
picturing
not
in my head right now is
stop
that fucking
myself.
M&M's commercial. I'm just getting the M&M's commercial in my head right now. That's all it is.
Yep.
I mean, you can be
Just
closer.
the-
You can be up higher, which is closer to the wheel.
That's fine.
Okay. If you want a better vantage point. Yep. Cool. While this is going on, can everybody make a perception check with disadvantage, please?
Because we got bumper shell going on, we're distracted. Shit.
And the storm.
That too.
Phoenix in
Well,
his
we-
shell. He can't help.
What are we making? Investigation.
Perception
Or
at
perception.
disadvantage.
It's a
with-
9.
7.
6.
Can I take my passive 11,
No.
please?
Because it would be a passive 6.
6.
Because
Oddly
your
enough,
passive
that's
goes down
actually
by
okay.
5
I-
if it's disadvantage.
I know I'm not.
All right. What did
I'm joking,
Kate
just
and
stop.
Demi get?
An 11.
11.
Actually pretty good. I got a 17 and then a 16 on dice, so plus 3, 19.
Okay.
Nice.
I did my regular die and then I did my metal one just to see if it was be
Cade.
different. Uh-oh.
The storm and waves are hitting the boat and making noise. Finnick is making noise, banging. The crew's making noise, being loud. And over top, or underneath in this case, all of it, you hear a different banging sound.
Rock the boat.
Like it sounds like it's from beneath
A little bit more
or beside.
slimy. Like something stuck to the side of the boat. And then you hear a second and a third one.
I will immediately go to the side of the ship and look over the edge.
Cade, what's wrong over there?
Something sounds weird.
I assume a 12 doesn't hit you.
Not a chance.
Okay. As Cade leans over as you're asking that question, you see a very, very rough-looking, like, pieces of coral tied together to make something spiky spear go past him as he stands back to dodge it. As you see a fish-like being with, like, shell armor hanging off the side of the boat.
I think
Shit.
I would immediately drink.
Storms!
I would immediately drink my elixir of boldness.
Okay.
Yeah, as soon as the spear goes back and Kate takes a step back for just a moment, immediately turns on, just shouts, "To arms!" Hopefully above all of the noise of fun happening down on the deck.
Yeah, the crew hears it and they immediately stop. And while I'm doing this, can I get everyone to roll initiative, please?
Finnick, time to hit things.
Finnick will just pop out with his mace ready.
Like pop it out of a Pokeball ready to fight.
Well, he is round in his shell, so
But he can't do the noise himself, so he has to like. Does he make a noise with his mouth when he pops out?
Kind of
Yeah,
like a
it's his own sound
crunching
effect.
sound.
$18.
Give me 1 second. Okay. Anybody have over a 20?
25.
Cyrus and who else? I thought I saw somebody else raise their hand. For over 20. Nope. All right, 20 to 15.
17.
18.
18 and 17 for Craig and Demi. 15 to 10.
14.
What? 12.
12 for Finnick. And what did Luca get?
I got a nat 1 on the die for an initiative of 3.
3 for Luca. All right, give me 1 second. All right, that is a 15 for there. Cool. All right, Cyrus, you're up first. Hit the combat screen and close out some stuff.
Yep. All right.
So you don't. Anything that is up on the railing is something you can see. Anything that's off in the water hasn't climbed all the way up yet.
Okay, but they are climbing. They don't fly or anything.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to Eldritch Blast the one right in front of me.
Okay.
So I add a D4 to my attack rolls because of the boldness elixir.
Yep.
That's cocked. Okay, that's a that's a 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
So that's going to be 9 force damage, and
Okay.
he's pushed back 10 feet.
Okay. So he is pushed back into the water.
And then with the second beam of my Eldritch Blast, I'm going to point it at the one down to the left.
That one?
Yep.
Cool.
17 to hit.
That will also hit.
11 force damage, and he's pushed 10 feet.
Okay. So off.
Then I will do a quickened Eldritch Blast with my bonus action and shoot the two kind of more to my north.
Okay.
So first one, yeah, that one.
Yeah.
19 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
5 force damage and push 10 feet. And then that last one. That's a natural 20.
Dang.
So 2d10. That's 14 force damage and push 10 feet.
Cool.
Quick draw McGraw over here. Damn.
Like, get off of my plane.
He's
Uh,
motherfucking Sahuagin on my motherfucking boat.
And I will stay there, I think. So
Okay,
that's my
cool.
turn.
Alrighty. Okay. Cool. Alright, Sahuagin Priestess's turns. They're going to finish their movement, come up onto the boat. This one's going to throw a guiding bolt at Finnick. Are you still in your shell?
Uh,
Oops.
No, I was told stuff was happening, so
That's still only a 17 to hit.
beats it.
Wow. Okay. Cool. So that is 12 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
And whoever attacks you next has advantage.
Lovely.
This one's going to get up on the boat and is going to attempt to cast Hold Person on Cyrus.
So it's wisdom save.
Yeah, it's a wisdom save.
All right, add a d4 to this. That's still only a 9.
Okay.
I am held.
Indeed you are.
So that's what the paralyzed condition,
It is, in fact, the paralyzed condition.
which is
Incapacitated, can't speak or move, automatically fails strength or dexterity saving throws. Attack rolls have advantage and they auto crit if they're within 5 feet.
yep. And then incapacitated is I can't take any actions or reactions.
Yes.
Okay.
Cool.
And does that spell give me a chance to like repeat the save at the end of my turn
I
or something like that?
believe it does. Yes, at the end of each of its turns.
Okay.
Yep. Cragthor, then Demi.
All right. Get a bonus action Crimson Right.
Okay.
Just see me with both the short swords as I just jump at the thing, like trying to cleave down.
Hell yeah.
That's a 26 to hit.
That will definitely hit.
Well, let me do my d6 damage to myself. So let's see. That's a d6 plus 6. So it's 11 points of piercing, and it's another 2 points of lightning.
It's 13.
Yeah. I just didn't know if I needed to split it yet, so I was like, I'm fine.
Appreciate it. Yep, you're good.
Just purely out of self-interest, can they please roll concentration?
Yes. 18
Okay.
for an 18.
Good to know.
You get your second attack.
Yep. Which
Level
and
5, let's go.
Sorry, not working.
You're good.
That is a 25.
Yeah, it hits.
All right, so that's going to be 10 more points of damage.
Okay.
Just trying to cleave straight down into his head.
Thank you. I love
Hey,
you.
wait, that helped you?
Yeah, I broke
Yeah,
concentration.
They rolled a 5.
No. I'm just saying you're just gonna hear Cragthor like cheering with his like short sword still kind of like dripping whatever blood they cut through.
It's
Ah.
seawater colored.
Okay.
It smells like salt. It's disgusting. It smells like rotten water. It's disgusting. Even for Cragthor.
I've never thought to wonder what does stagnant seawater smell like.
All right, Demi and then Verdian.
Or the ones that are on port side. Can I see a 30-foot line of them?
These ones?
Like, can I? Yes.
Yeah.
Can I see like what 30 feet looks like?
10, 20, 30 would get all of them except for this one.
Okay, so then I'm going to cast Bane at 2nd level. So I need them all to make charisma saves.
Awesome. I love it. What's the DC?
15.
Okay, success, failure, success, failure.
Okay, so now 2 of them will have to subtract a d4 from all their attack rolls and saving throws, right? Yeah.
Yep. Oops, sorry.
I don't have a bonus action, and I'm happy staying where I'm at.
Cool. All right.
Oh, actually, that's a lie. I have to move over. I have to move over to the port side to like be closer to them if I want to get in 30 feet, because it's like a 30-foot range.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so you gotta get, like, there. Cool. Awesome. Awesome. Lightning launcher. Attack on the close one here. 17 will hit. Cade and then Finnick is up. Once I finish rolling damage, I don't remember. It is d6. 7 points of damage. Cool. And then they'll step.
Yeah.
5 feet back. All right, Cade and then Finnick.
Let's see here. That one got pushed back into the water.
Uh-huh.
Hmm. How far away am I from where Bear is right now?
20 feet.
How far away is that?
20 feet.
20 feet? I'm going to this will be fun. I'm going to go across the deck to the port side.
Yeah.
Go. That's 20 feet there.
Yep.
I'll take the full 30 to get right next to Demi.
Mm-hmm.
Is that 30 or is that only 25 to get to there?
That's 30 to get to there. If you go,
That's 30 to get to
your
there?
full 30 is like 5 feet past Demi.
Okay. Damn, that one's gonna be a little bit too far away then, potentially.
That's not forward.
Also, oh, I'm sorry. I thought that was the back. I thought that was the front of the ship.
No, it's not the front of the ship.
I didn't realize it was the
Oh,
back.
sorry.
Okay.
I thought the same.
Front's there, buddy.
There it
Oh,
is.
okay.
I don't think we had the front in view
Nope.
Yeah.
the whole time.
It's a big ship. It's a decent sized ship. All right, Kay, what you doing?
It is. Well, I can't reach them, so. Well, I can't reach the guy I was going to be aiming for. So instead, I will just pop a Sacred Flame on the Priestess. It's there.
That is an 8.
We have. All right, cool. So that is 5 radiant.
Okay. They're like sea mouth. They're like crushing mollusk's mouth kind of opens up at you.
Yeah, I don't like that. So, is it within 30 feet of me?
Mm-hmm.
Just add insult to injury. Telekinetic shove.
Is there a save on that?
Yes, 14 strength.
Okay.
And then minus the D4 because Bane.
Nat 20 minus 3 for a 17.
Son of a bitch. Oh well. Kay goes to do it and is like, that didn't work.
All right. I assume
it.
that's your full?
Yep.
Cool.
Action, bonus action, movement.
Nick.
Luca,
you're
How far
on
am I from her?
deck. From which priestess?
The one that attacked me.
10, 20, 30, 35 feet?
Cool. I'm gonna bonus action rage.
Okay.
I'm gonna run up to her and smack her in her face.
Okay.
$24 to hit.
Uh-huh.
A 13 damage.
Okay.
Second swing.
Yep.
Uh, 15 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
$14 damage.
You hear they don't have bones. They're fish people. They have cartilage. People on this side of the ships, like Demi and Cade, you hear Finnick crush some cartilage. Like, you can just hear the interior cracking of this thing when he hits it. Blood dripping out of, like, these gills and things. It is somehow still standing.
Hmm. Well then. Yeah, I'm just gonna stare at it,
Alright.
licking my lips.
Baron's turn. 10, 20, 30 feet, because he had to get over that. Jesus Christ. And he will throw his trident at Cyrus. Seeing the rapid fire gun go off, or seeing all of his people knock off the boat.
Mhm.
That'll be 24.
That'll hit.
14 points of damage.
Hellish Rebuke.
Cool. Dex,
DC 14 Dex.
17 save.
Okay, so he takes half
Yep.
of 2d10. I rolled 12, so he takes 6 fire.
Okay. He throws the trident, sticks it in you. Fire goes on him. His jaw just opens. And you see the other 2 arms from him now outfold. As this one looks a little bit bigger and more mean than the other one. Oh, wrong tab. Give me 1 second. Alright, this one's gonna go up to Finnick. This one's gonna go up to Finnick. This one's going Cade. This one's going Cade. Cool. Finnick, you are missing hit points, correct?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Uh-oh.
Alright, bite attack to hit, that's only on 11.
Miss.
I have advantage and I rolled double nat once. What sort of fuckery is this?
Great fuckery, thanks.
Alright, next one's gonna go... First one's gonna be a claw attack. It's gonna be a 19. Or, sorry, bite attack.
Hit.
That is
Bite attack.
3 points piercing damage. So halved is 1.
1. Okay.
Spear attack, it's only gonna be a 15.
Miss.
That's correct.
And
by the
Finnick
way.
just looks around and just licks his lips.
Cade, are you missing any hit points?
I am not.
This one's gonna make his claw attack at you. Okay. Dirty 20 to hit.
That's minus a D4.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. So that is 3 points of piercing damage from the claw.
Okay.
That is only a 15 on the spear attack.
That's gonna miss.
Oh, I actually even forgot to roll Bane on that. Alright, next one's gonna go up. Claw attack, it's 10, misses. 14 also misses. As the spear and claw bounces off of your shield. These guys are ferocious. Alright, on the right side, because the ship is moving. That one is off. Latches on. Latches on. And that one latches on. And I will say they'll dash on their turn, so they'd be there. Roughly. Alright, Luca, you're up.
Oh, so 2 more just climbed up behind me.
Yeah, they have, like, indents in their cartilage from where they were hit with Eldritch Blast, so you imagine these might be the ones that got knocked off.
Okay.
Just for visual, we haven't really talked about this. For visual, Cyrus's Eldritch Blast looks kind of like the blue fire of like when you leave all the air holes open on a Bunsen burner. It's like a blue flame, because
I love
his fiend patron is Levistus, and that's the layer of hell that's all icy.
Hmm.
So I don't think it would be like a red raging fire. It's like a
Short blue burst.
like a blue, but like also like Bunsen burner inspired because he's
Mhm.
Cyrus. That's
Short
kind
yet
of what it
intense
looks like.
flame.
Yeah.
Let's see. So if I turn to the 2 that just climbed up behind me, do these look like the casty ones or the melee attacky ones?
Melee attacky ones.
Okay. Luca will sort of inhale a big bubble of air with the raindrops in it, and the raindrops swirl and turn to snowflakes, and then it sort of blows cloud, like almost like a dragon's breath of ice, out at those two as Rhyme's binding ice, so they need to make con 15 saves.
Well, that's gonna be fun for them. Okay, 19 and a 17.
Curses. So they will take half of 17 cold damage, so 8 cold damage, and they're not frozen to the deck.
Yes.
And how much space is there sort of between the railing that I'm at and like the wall of the next tier up?
That is about 10 feet.
Okay.
And then it's about 7.5 feet up.
Okay, I'll just sort of move a little bit so I'm like halfway in between both of those walls, just sort of block the way to Veridian.
Okay.
Okay. And that's me.
All right, back to the top. Cyrus, Craig's on deck.
All right. How does the one Crag was fighting look? Because I think I hit it once and Crag Thor hit it twice.
No, you didn't hit the priestess. They weren't on deck.
Oh, they weren't on deck. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I
Okay.
couldn't see. Messed up.
Okay. I think I'll leave that one for Crag Thor.
Okay.
And I'm gonna hex the one that you said looked like the boss.
Okay. Alrighty.
I'm trying to. Yeah, I'm gonna jump down off the back of this crate
Okay.
and get more of a over to the left a little bit so I can try to line up, like
here?
get directly a little bit more to the left.
Like now?
Yeah, so I can get like a direct shot toward the railing.
Okay.
And I'm gonna Eldritch Blast.
Cool.
24.
That'll hit.
That is 8 force damage and pushed back 10 feet.
Cool.
And dirty 20.
Yep.
5 force damage and pushed back 10 feet.
Awesome. So he is off.
And I think I'm good there.
Cool.
Right. I can write both my weapons, right?
Yes, you may.
Okay. So I'm gonna Crimson Right my other weapon. Take another D6.
Yeah, in case you
Let me
need it
roll
for a
that.
third round. Yeah.
Well,
I got more stuff to do.
doesn't that priestess go first?
Yeah, it does go first.
That was more just me asking for knowledge.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Cool. All right. So who would be
Brain
priestess?
working to figure this out now that I have 2 attacks too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's gonna
Well,
do
you
the
can
most
attack with your
damage?
Crimson
Can I
Righted
physically
hand.
do it?
So you can attack with your Crimson Righted weapon twice, and then bonus action with your offhand that's not Crimson Righted.
Yeah.
All right. This
Yeah.
Suhugan priestess, what are they gonna do? They're gonna cast Mass Healing Word. So 6 points of healing. Cool. Six things within 60 feet. Awesome. Oh, that was their bonus action. They still have an action. Don't think they're going to be able to hit Finnick, but we'll try. Dirty 20 on the bite attack.
Really?
Yeah. They
Is
have
that the
advantage.
priestess?
They have advantage. Yeah, it's the priestess. So
With
it's
the
one
minus, what is D8?
D4.
D4.
D4?
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah. And then 18 minus 3 for a 15, so I think that misses.
Yes.
Cool.
So what's the damage?
1 point of damage. 'Cause you're
Wow,
raging,
okay.
Because you're raging.
Yep.
Alright.
That's got to be frustrating for them.
Yeah. Alright.
The fuck is this rock?
This Sahuagin is priestess. Spiritual weapon.
Hey,
You
that's
know,
my gimmick.
Here is a swordfish.
Mhm.
Because I make the
Well
rules.
done.
And that sounded fucking sick. Have you taken a hit yet, Cragthor?
I'm not taking a hit.
Okay. 18 to hit.
Blood Maledict. Blood Curse of the Eyeless. Yeah,
Reroll.
we're gonna take 1d6 from it.
Oh, okay. I thought that was a reroll.
That's 6, so it's now a 12.
Yeah, that'll definitely miss.
Miss.
Cool. It will take a claw attack at you. That's a 21. For 3 points of piercing damage. Or sorry, bite attack for 3 points of piercing damage. Claw attack will be a 22 for another 3 points of slashing damage.
Okay, so it's 3 points
And then
and
3 points.
3. Okay. I want to make sure I'm exhausted. I'm making sure I'm mathing.
Yeah, I know. I feel you on that one. Cragthor, you're up. Demi, you're on deck.
All right, so we'll go ahead. You know what? We're not going to Crimson Right. We're just going to take our attacks.
There you go.
Nat 20 on the first die.
Jesus. This could be
So
an interesting
what?
question that comes up in about 30 seconds.
10,
Spiritual weapon
16.
doesn't last after the caster dies, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Nope.
Even though it's not.
That's
concentration.
19 points of damage as I'm just cleaving at its head.
Yeah, it's fucking. The head flops off and goes into the boat, and you see it disappear into the water, and a shark will come up and like, take it off as the body will flop down on
Gobble
the deck.
Do you just
Yeah,
like
I got one.
scissor the head off like what's his face in Gladiator?
All right, we're gonna go
Anakin
over to the one.
Skywalker.
We're gonna go over to the next one right there. We're gonna take a hit.
I swear to God, here comes the double nat 20. I just fucking know it.
No, no. It was a 19 for a 28.
Oh.
Yeah,
that's
that'll go.
close.
The old Hexblade's crit.
13 points of damage,
13?
and then I'm rolling my bonus action.
Okay.
That was only a 16
That'll still hit.
for another 7.
Okay. Yeah, shank him in the side real fucking good.
Shanks for the memories. Look, my knife is the only thing with memories and stories.
Yep, clap.
Okay, Demi, you're up.
I need a minute.
Demi, you're up. I need a minute.
Shanks for the memories.
So all
In the
5 on
campaign
that.
wrap up like 2.5 years from now, that's going to be the name of his memoir that he publishes.
Seriously.
Sorry. Day ago.
So all 5 on that side.
Yeah,
They're within 60 feet of me, right?
they are.
I need them all to make a Wisdom 15 saving throw, and remember 2 of them subtract that d4 as I cast Command, and I yell at them to retreat.
You
Wisdom.
casting a 5th level command?
It's not. Oh, I only
Yeah.
can do it on one person. Damn.
Yeah, it's
Hold
It's
on.
one person, and then when you
I didn't read it
upcast
right.
you add
Oh,
you add
fuck my
additional
life. Okay,
people.
hold on.
Imagine she just has a scroll in hand. What do you mean?
Yeah, 3rd level command is 2 people.
3.
3.
Yeah, so I'll do all 3 around Finnick then.
Okay. What's the save?
15.
Okay. 16, 18. 17 minus 3 is a priestess has a 14.
Okay.
Wisdom, right?
Yep.
You picked like the one stat they have a plus modifier.
Oh, okay. I thought they were dumbfish people.
They are. They have a minus 2
so
intelligence.
yeah. You said the priestess got a 14,
Yeah.
Yeah.
The priestess fails.
and it was DC 15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Okay.
The warriors passed.
So what's the command?
Retreat. It would have been boss if it was all fucking 5 of them. Too bad I can't read.
Oops. Seven more points of damage to that one from Viridian. Cool. Anything else, Demi?
Nope.
Awesome.
Planned out an attack and
He'll hit that one again for another 7 points on his turn. Cade.
Oh, it's getting a little crowded up here. I'm gonna bonus action shove the one that's baned next to me to try and send his ass down the stairs.
That's an 8.
Yep. Bye bye.
Cool.
And then I'm going to reach out.
Reach out,
And-
touch me.
Well, I'm gonna try and reach out to grab the other one by the neck
Yeah.
and pop inflict wounds.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
Reach out, touch me. That was a really fun
God, that was
show,
so
by the way.
close. That was so damn close. So close to bayonet, but that's fine. 25.
To hit?
Yeah, to hit.
Oh yeah.
What was a really good show? The 80s?
When they came back, Verizon Center in October.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
I thought you meant like the song was on a show.
No, sorry.
And I was like, I don't know what show that's from, but that's from the 80s, and that was a weird ass show.
Yeah, it was.
But you repeat yourself.
23 points necrotic. I rolled 2 9s and a 5 on the dice.
Exacxies?
Yeah, it's Exacxies.
Hell yeah. Exacxies, dude?
Just reach out, grab his throat, and
Hell
just
yeah.
pump that necrotic energy in until he just crumples and just let him drop.
You just watch him, like, through a wound, drain the entire life force out of this fish person in front of you, Demi.
Now the fish guy smells even worse, I imagine.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh. Rotten fish. And then I'm going to just walk down the stairs to stand right in front of the one that I sent with the telekinetic shove, just so we can't get up. I'm like, and now to deal with you.
There's now fish pee on the deck.
Hmm.
Well, I mean, it makes sense. I have proficiency with intimidation for being half orc.
Is that Ro?
God.
Row, row
No.
on the boat.
You just got Ro all over
Ew.
my boat?
Good thing it's raining.
Right?
Wash away.
All right, Finnick, what are you doing?
Attacking the one
Priestess?
right in front of me.
Cool.
Yep. Dirty 20.
Mm-hmm.
11.
Okay. Yo, you're attacking the priestess, right?
Yep.
You bash their face in.
Awesome. I will lick my mace, turn to the next one, and hit
Constitution
it.
saving throw.
Seriously?
Not that kind of mace.
Yeah, seriously.
23.
Okay, cool. You somehow don't throw up. It is the most disgusting thing you have ever tasted.
Huh. I thought they'd taste better.
Hey, but now wine will taste better by comparison.
Positive.
Right?
Fennec, this isn't delicious in dungeon. Don't do that.
Yeah. But yeah,
Well,
it's
fish
basically
people.
their blood is basically acidic salt water. It's disgusting.
Oh. $19 to hit the next one.
Yeah, 19 hits the next one.
$16 damage.
Cool. Awesome.
And I'll be
Ow,
like,
ow.
you guys taste disgusting.
You just hear back.
I'll still make paste of you.
Okay.
And that will be on my turn.
Cool. Alright, Baron. Uh-oh. Alright, Baron's turn. He is going to attack Ragthor. And you are missing hit points.
Yes.
Okay. Natural 20 on the bite attack. For 16 points of piercing damage. Claw attack, it's going to be a 12.
Yes.
And a natural 20 on the second claw attack. For 20 points of 21 points of slashing damage. Okay. These guys are gonna make their attacks against Finnick. 30, 20. 21. 2 points of damage. Miss. Hit another 3 points of damage to Finnick as they make their 4 attacks. That one's going to get up from prone and make his attacks against Cade. 18 hit. All right, 3 points of piercing damage. Other attack misses. These two are going to try and get Luca's grill. First one is a 7. Second one is a 19.
Shield,
Okay. What does that make your AC?
20.
Cool. All right, next one. Both of those attacks will also bounce off your magical shield that you have projected.
Luca puts his hand up and grows claws, like silver dragon claws out of it, and catches the blade and just turns it aside.
And with that, it's your turn.
Cool. Can I snowball storm right behind him so I can catch both of them in the 5-foot radius?
Sure.
All right, and that is a. Actually, I'm gonna.
Is it a dex save on their part?
Yeah, I'm gonna cast it at 3rd level.
Okay. That is a 15 and a 3.
Okay, so the 15 beats it, and the
Right.
3 absolutely fails.
Cool. I don't think it's going to matter.
Okay, so it's 16 damage for the one that failed, and 8 for the one that
Yeah,
succeeded.
it does not matter. Hey, you can sell this. You can sell these Sahuagin later as fresh in grocery stores.
I thought they tasted disgusting.
They do. It's a joke because you flash froze them.
Yeah. How is Cragthor looking?
Fucked. I
Okay.
get my math right. I think he's at
Fucked up.
12 or 11.
11. I'm fucked up.
Okay. I guess I'll move over to the top of the stairs on that side.
Uh-huh.
And I don't think there's anything else I can really do this turn. No, not really. So yeah, I will end my turn there.
All right. Cool. Cyrus, you're up.
I'm gonna run directly to starboard and try to line up another direct shot over the railing against not starboard, the stern.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
And if I can aim around Cragthor, I'll shoot an Eldritch Blast at
Easy enough to do.
that one. That's only going to be a 15 to hit.
That will unfortunately just miss.
Okay, second shot.
Yep.
That's a natural 1.
Eesh.
Damn. Bonus action, I'm going to Healing Word Cragthor.
Cool.
So you heal 4.
Nice. All right, and with that, because both priestesses are dead, it is actually Cragthor's turn. Temmie, you're on deck.
Great. We're about to have some fun.
Hell yeah.
All right, so we're going to take our first one.
Sorry, and when Cyrus does
21.
Healing Word,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
sorry, when Cyrus does Healing Word, there's a little out of his sleeve comes this little pop out squirt gun, and he literally just squirt guns you with that same gel liquid that he was using for cure wounds, and it sticks onto your arm or something, and is like a lidocaine patch, but he's doing it from a long distance.
Is
with a
mass
little water
healing
gun.
word just going to be Cyrus holding the sprinkler above his head like you do in Harvest Moon video games?
He won't ever get mass healing word.
Darn it, because that would have been hilarious.
That would have been fucking perfect.
All right, Cragthor, what was your first hit?
21.
That will definitely hit.
For 13 points of damage, and then we're going to Fury of the Small, so it's going to be 16 points.
Okay.
Then we're going to go for the second attack.
Yep.
That's going to be a 21.
Mm-hmm.
For 16 points of damage, and we're going to Fury of the Small again.
For how much?
For 19.
19 points of damage, okay.
Then we're going to offhand attack,
Okay.
which is a 21. I just rolled 312 somehow.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Consistent.
That sounds about right for a
Which
D20.
Which I just rolled a 6.
Okay.
So that's another 12 points of damage, plus Fury of the Small for another 15 points of damage.
Dude, Cragthor is pissed.
To see him like throwing blows as fast as possible.
Jesus.
Is he doing a mad, like, maniacal laughter as he's doing this?
Absolutely.
Just like... Just like full Chucky. Just like...
Essentially, and I might be scaring people, but doing it anyway. No fucks given.
Cool. Alright, Demi.
Is that one still standing by him?
By Cragthor? Yeah.
How's it looking?
Pretty hurt. Could probably take a couple more blows.
Is it within 60 feet of me?
It is within 60 feet of you. This entire boat is not that wide. It's about 45 feet across.
Okay, cool. So Demi's gonna reach up and to the thorns that are growing out of her crown.
Yeah.
And kind of slice her finger a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's gonna kind of like flick that blood and point her finger towards the one in front of Cragthor. And I'm going to cast Blood Bolt at second level.
Yeah, there it is.
Sorry, 23 to hit.
That hits.
That's 11 points of damage.
Did you remember to add your +2 because it's necrotic damage?
I did not. So 13.
Cool. Alright. You have inched this fucker so close to death.
That's all I got.
Let's go.
Should have did the third level.
Alright, Verdian's gonna take a shot at the one that Finnick hasn't hit yet. That's a dirty 20. For God, finally a good roll. 12 points of lightning damage. And Cade, you are up. Finnick, you're on deck.
Well, since it went so well last time, I'm going to pop another inflict wounds, but this time I'm going to channel it into my fist as I go to hit him. Like I'm going for like across the cheek, like to go clear across his face.
Okay.
But it's imbued with that necrotic energy, and I'm casting it at second level.
Okay.
19.
That hits.
Second makes it 40-10. Ow, damn it. Forgetting this is the sharp one.
Did you stab yourself?
Well, I've got my sharpened ones with me.
Oh.
So.
Yeah.
And I forgot that it's actually still sharp. So.
Oh.
You should put a Band-Aid on it, and then when people at work ask, you tell them that it's a D&D injury.
This is story building it. I got this from building story.
All right, how much damage?
24 necrotic.
Jesus Christ. All right.
The die
9726.
inflicted light wounds.
By the way, both things your Bane was on died. Have now died. If you want to cast another concentration spell.
Thanks.
No problem. Yeah, it had like 11 hit points left, so yeah. Cool.
I'm going to let's see here. Walk forward around the crate.
Mm-hmm.
And the one that's close to the railing, I'm going to give a shove.
Okay. Strength
Because this
14.
is fun. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Huh?
10 feet. It's off. It rolled an 8.
It's only 5
Oh,
feet.
then
I
yeah, it's still
believe.
on the boat.
Does it trigger an AOP?
No, it's
For
first
Finnick?
movement.
That doesn't. Yeah.
Force movement? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then I will then get onto the other side. I'm just basically going to help assist with flanking here. Not
Cool.
true flanking, but
Yep.
it'll help.
The help flank.
Yeah.
All right, Finnick, sir.
Well, you moved the one I was hitting out of reach, so I'm just going to turn around and hit this one.
Well, if I shoved
So
this one, I
that's-
would have shoved into you.
I could take it.
Yeah.
Nothing gets over my head. I'm too fast. I would catch it.
I'll catch it.
24 to hit.
Yep.
Ten damage.
Okay.
Second hit.
You get a bunch of fish guts in your face.
Oh,
There you
okay.
go.
Then I'll go
I hit
and
him.
hit the other one.
Cool.
1 away.
19 on die.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll hit.
Well, I knew it. $14 damage.
Okay. You knock it off the side of the boat, and it's dead.
Finnick will just
Take the rest of your movement.
kind of, yeah, take the rest of my 40 movement.
Yep.
Well, 35.
Yeah.
As he's doing it, he's just like kind of going crazy, like ready to hit stuff.
Okay.
The ADHD
And like,
battle mode.
yeah. Except for a turtle guttural noise making kind of thing.
Ooh.
Amped, but very slowly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like the sloth from Zootopia.
Flash.
Oh yeah. He's faster when he's raiding though.
All right.
Nick.
That the end of your turn?
Yes.
Okay. Sahuagin boss time. So it's a straight roll on their first one because they have advantage because Cragthor is hurt. So that is a 15, which I believe misses.
It does.
Second one is going to be even lower. Third attack is somehow going to be even lower with advantage.
Thank God.
The first time I rolled the first time with advantage, I rolled a 9 and 11. The second time it was a 2 and an 8. And that's the way the cookie crumbles. It's got blood in its eyes, and it is just flailing at Cragthor and missing wildly. As it is now Luca's turn.
One of its arms is lacerated to hell.
Yeah, exactly.
Mind Sliver, int 15 save.
That's 6.
Cool. I will take 5 psychic damage.
It'll take 5 psychic damage.
Yeah.
How are you doing this?
I think like Luca just sort of sees it like kind of flailing madly and making bestial grunting noises at Cragthor, and it will just sort of like open a draconic third eye in the center of its forehead and just like make a gesture at the big boss and just sort of like overload its brain with all of the memories that the dragon spirit contained,
Jesus.
like all at once, and just
So,
yeah,
like, Ghost Rider, like, Care of 1,000 Souls.
something like that.
That's fire.
That's hot. Alright. And you just kind of see, like, blood come out of its ears, and then it's kind of turn its head, and then just face plant on the deck.
Because it's an int saving throw, I can imagine is quick +2/+2.
Yeah.
Insert brain fart meme here.
Oh. Alright, you guys are out of initiative order.
Hey.
Cragthor, how are you doing? Luca will sort of
That was
come
mine.
out his depths
I
to-
want, that was mine.
Oh, I'm sorry. We got it. That's what's important, I hope.
Cragthor, a question. Are you currently alive?
I had dibs though. That was mine.
That wasn't my question.
I'm alive, but I had dibs. I'm gonna
Okay,
be killed.
so the phrase you're looking for is "you're welcome." I mean, thank you. Thank you will be the phrase you're looking for. Shit.
No, that's not the phrase I'm looking for.
Cyrus, did you take a hit to the head while we weren't looking?
Possibly.
He still has a trident stuck in him.
Come here,
Oh,
come here.
jeez.
Come on.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Hold
need a
still,
minute.
hold still. Hold still.
No, it's fine. I just
We
need.
need a medic.
I've got
we need a
I've got you.
medic.
I'm fine. Just
Who
give
the
me a
fuck do you
couple
think
hours.
I am? Just has a cure wounds ready to go.
Well, I can. Given enough short rests, I can cure wounds as many times as we need. But once we're out of combat, of course. But
All right. Well, Cragthor, I'll remember to save you one next time.
I just wanted to slice his head off too.
I mean, he's still
Well, I
lying on
mean-
the deck. You can slice his head off if you want.
Won't be quite as
Does that-
fun, I imagine, but
DM, would it be a medicine check to remove the trident without causing further wound?
No.
I was
You have enough
I was
items
just
you need
gonna
to
ask.
do it.
Does anybody here want a trident? I'm not saying whether I do or don't have a lead on one at the moment, but anybody want one?
I imagine it has a lead on you at this point.
I'm
Uh,
good, thank you.
DM, does it seem like the trident was doing extra damage?
No,
Yeah, is it magical?
it is not magical. You'll see the
If Fennec,
captain kind of run on
imagine
deck.
throwing this.
I'll just very quickly salute the captain with this trident still stuck in my side.
Hey, you're a little late to the party, friend. We already killed them all. You can go back to doing what you were doing. You weren't any help to us either.
It's much appreciated. You all taking care of that. I don't have much the want to fight anymore.
Hmm.
Um,
Well, you know what? We now found a ship that we're just going to come with a pirate boat and take. You don't want to fight. It's like free stuff.
you know, I once sailed with them when I was younger. The revelry. It's not all cracked up to me.
You sailed with the revelry.
For a while, yeah. Got mixed up in the sort of stuff you don't want to get mixed up in on the ocean.
The revelry, huh?
Yeah.
I know enough to know not to get mixed up with you. You could probably tell me some stories about Darktoe that would make my hair curl. And Cyrus just stands there for a moment, displaying his already very curly hair.
Demi, you could have sworn you're the only one with passive perception high enough. You could have sworn that when he came out the door, he had a sword in his hand. Doesn't have like a sheath sword or anything on back or on side. Could have sworn he had a sword in his hand. And as soon as he started talking to Cragthor, you notice he doesn't have it anymore.
What did you do with this revelry?
What the revelry does. Piracy.
Can I make an Arcana check?
Yeah.
Uh, 24.
Okay. On the sword?
On how I don't see the sword anymore. Because
There,
like above game, I know, but like
there are on a 24. There are multiple ways to have a sword like that.
Be Pact of the Blade Warlock,
the
could be Eldritch Knight.
The easiest way is to make a pact with a blade.
So why'd you leave?
That is a long question that gets into stuff I am not ready to talk about. If we're being honest. But it is the kind of thing you do not want to get caught up in.
You don't know me.
The kind of thing that makes life get a little bit more complicated and a lot more dangerous.
Oh, you're right. We haven't experienced any danger. I'll just say with the trident still stuck in him.
Are you gonna let me take that thing out of you yet?
Oh, I got it. Just give me an hour or two.
He wants you to leave it in him for an hour.
The captain will come over and help Kate get it out of Cyrus.
All right. Slowly.
Easy.
I'm not gonna watch.
1, 2.
I thought you
tie
were
a
gonna go
string
on
around
3.
it. Tie a string around
You
it,
never
tie the
finished
other
on
end of the
the 3.
doorknob, slam the door.
Loose tooth method. Oh no.
But yeah, it's yeah, I don't know anything about that. You handled them very well, though, I must say. You guys are gonna be just fine, I imagine.
Well, thanks for the vote of confidence.
No problem.
So, does that kind of thing happen often?
Occasionally, they come through. This is one of the lanes they like to raid occasionally. I guess the storm gave them a little bit more cover. Again, this is why the shipping lanes are down south. They're not up here.
Makes sense. Well, might as well get all this crap cleaned up before it starts to fester. Kate just goes over and picks up the 2 necrotic scarred bodies and just chucks them over the side.
Yeah, I'll just short rest and heal.
When the captain is by himself, I'm gonna go talk to him. My opening line is, like I said, you don't know me, but I'm no stranger to deals.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ones that you regret.
Don't necessarily regret it, but definitely made life more complicated for a while.
Is your deal how that sword just kind of disappeared?
That was part of it.
He doesn't have any eyes on him or anything, right?
No.
Just checking. Above in my head and know that there wasn't going to be like an Ukatoa situation happening or something. What happens if you break a deal?
I think my deal was different than a lot of others. I didn't live up to mine. I still have my powers when I need them. But I think it's how they find me.
The things we just fought?
No. People serving the person who I used to. The thing I used to.
I know I'm prying a lot, and you said you weren't ready to talk about it, but
Yeah.
do you mind telling me what that thing is?
I was told its name. But all I knew was it was a... How do I describe it without sounding crazy?
I mean, have you met us? You see how we are. We're all a little bit crazy.
A Leviathan of the sea.
Oh, that does sound serious.
I guess wanted people to serve it, float out on the ocean. I don't really know how a lot of it works. But I don't know, guess in a way I'm still out on the sea and I'm still serving him even though I don't serve him, if that makes sense.
It does.
It's confusing. I really just want to be done with the whole thing.
Well, where are you off to next once we make port?
I imagine we will try to sneak across the gap once again and head down into Port Damali, see if we can run some supplies or something.
Do you have a first mate?
Not at the current. They seem to be bad luck.
Well, I know you said you're done with fighting, but I'm sure you have the skills with your past, with this war that we're fighting. We could always use somebody like you along the way. Just leave the boat behind.
I don't know what happens if I step on land if I lose anything I have.
Only one way to find out.
It's true. But the draw is still kind of alluring. See if I can still have it. Not quite ready to leave the sea yet.
Well, when you do, come find us.
Sure. First call.
I'll walk off.
I'll kind of just be like looking over the side of the boat into the water, watching the rain fall on it.
So after I short rest, I need 1 cure wounds for myself. I'll then cure wounds Cragthor. So
Yeah.
you heal 3. And then I'll just start short resting again, and however many.
Yeah, and Cragthor can also short rest and roll hit die, too.
Yeah.
There's anything else you all want to accomplish with the rest of your day that is remaining?
Just rest up.
Cool.
I think
Keep
when
eyes
it's
open.
sort of evening time, I would just say to Demi, like, that I still feel full after that whole day. Those berries are something else.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to keep those on hand. They taste pretty good too.
Yeah, not bad at all.
I wonder if it's one of those things that tastes a little different depending on who's having it.
Oh,
An
like
everlasting gobstopper.
yeah, like it tastes the way the person wants it to taste. What do you taste?
Fresh raspberries.
Oh, weird. For me, it's like blueberries.
Hmm. What about you, Demi? What do you taste?
It's a little bit flavorless, a little bit sweet.
Hmm.
Hey, do you guys know what a Leviathan is?
Oh, Leviathan.
Like the monster?
Yeah, like
I guess.
A sea
like
monster.
a big sea monster.
Um,
Never seen one.
like how big?
Like
Oh,
big.
there are stories and tales from sailors for the hundreds of years. Don't know how many of them are true.
Stories go that they can get to be bigger than ancient dragons.
Demi's eyes get wide. Well, let's just hope we make port soon.
Yeah, I hope so.
Why? Wait, why are you
Wait.
asking about leviathans?
Let's hope we don't find out.
Agreed.
Cyrus just sits there eating another good berry. Like, these snozberries taste like snozberries.
Raspberries.
Well, I'm gonna head down below and see what our sleeping arrangements look like.
It's a
I think I'm
room.
gonna join you.
It's a room with 9 hammocks.
I'm gonna join
Honestly,
you. It's a little bit
better than I was
so.
expecting.
Yeah.
expecting caught on the floor.
Crappy straw pillows.
That would have been terrible for your back.
You can smell some kind of stew going in the galley when you walk by to your quarters for dinner.
Smells interesting.
It's in air, very root vegetable heavy, like it's what they have left. But not bad.
Finnick is probably doing some more shenanigan things.
Now with a very slick deck.
I'm gonna propose that we leave it there so we can have
Yes.
story time with Verdian.
Yeah,
Yes.
I was actually just thinking the same thing.
Agreed.
Agreed. Because I think that's a great stopping point, actually. Do I really have no one on? I don't. Oh, we do. Radar, wow.
Although Kate does have one question for the captain.
Yes.
Captain, just so we know who to reference, who to say was able to get us over to Tal'Dorei in one piece. What do we call you?
I'm surprised it's taken you this long. I heard your companions call you Cade.
That's correct.
It's
My
good.
apologies.
It's good to meet you, Cade. The name's Vandrin.
Knew it.
Vandrin.
Yep.
Vandrin. Memorable
When
name.
you start just
Strong name.
when you started doing the accent,
Uh-huh.
and then he was a blade
Uh-huh.
warlock, and I'm like,
Uh-huh.
all right, he's not doing that for no reason.
No.
Yeah, so the accent, and then
And
you
then,
mentioned the sword. I'm like,
and then the Yukato
hold
stuff,
on a
and-
fucking second. The time fits.
Yeah. We'll go raid our bud Kent, who's getting ready for some Mop Remix, which actually looks really, really fun.
Ooh.
And we'll see you guys on Wednesday now that we're back.
Ooh,
Hell
Let's
yeah.
go.
Guess who's back?
Bye.
Back.
Peace out, guys. See ya. Bye.
Bye.